can hear
Can you
you.
hear?
Yeah,
Ah, okay, okay,
sorry.
okay.
Actually, yeah, Bluetooth headphone was not working.
Ah, that's
So now it's
why.
okay. Yeah, maybe
Right,
because of the some problem with the connection.
right. Yes. How was the movie for you?
Uh, there was a really touching and for me, there was a really exciting and impressive because I liked most of Queen's songs. And then
Mm.
I'd like to know about both uh, lead vocals, Freddie Mercury's life, and
All
then how he
right.
became a lead vocal, and then his background, and then family background, and also he
Mm.
has lots of bad reputation as
Right.
a gay, and then he died with age. Age.
Mm.
So
Mm.
many
Right.
people, yeah, don't like him because of his bad reputation for the
Mm.
personal life and then sexual life.
Yeah.
But
So.
yeah, I could understand many of his life and then his thought and
Mhm.
moralities.
Mm.
And then
Okay.
even almost end of the movie, I was really touched and then I almost got cried when I heard
Oh.
his last song.
I see. Right. Yeah. So it's a very nice movie.
Yeah. So did you watch
Mhm.
that?
Not yet.
Yeah. Okay. I totally recommend you to watch that movie
Oh.
if you have a chance.
Yes, I heard a lot of good comments about that movie. They say it's one of the best.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yes,
think
that's
that
why.
movie is the best movie in this year for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to me, and that was
Oh,
really impressive.
I
But
see.
yeah, first you need to like his song. If you don't like
Mm.
his song, then you couldn't be touched.
I like only Bohemian Rhapsody.
Ah, yeah, yeah,
Right. Well, other songs also as well, as I
yeah,
also like some of his songs, but not all. Yeah,
yeah.
Somebody to Love, I love that.
Somebody to love. I love that too.
Yes, right.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes, but then other songs,
yeah,
not really. Yes.
mm,
Okay. Great. Any more things
yeah,
to share with me?
yeah. That's your.
Yes. Okay. What is the article that you have prepared for today's class?
Today I'd like to discuss about the number 334,
334.
Marvel.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Here we go. Please read.
yeah. The
Mm-hmm.
The torch-bearing writer, editor, and longtime Marvel Comics head Honcho has died. His representatives confirmed Monday. He was
Mm-hmm.
95, the son of a working-class Jewish immigrants from Romania. Lee
Mm-hmm.
was born Stanley Martin Lever in New York in 1922. He adopted his famous pseudonym while employed as a proof, proofreader and text filler at Timely Comics, the pulp
Mm-hmm.
publisher that later became Marvel. I felt someday I'd be writing the great American novel, and I didn't want to use my real name on these silly little comics, said Lee, who later legally adopted his pen name. Unlike so many other caped crusaders of the time, these
Mm-hmm.
heroes tend to be misfits and wisecrackers, teenagers or regular Jews given to fits of pique, self-pity, rage, insecurity, and churlishness. Superman's Peter Parker, for
Mm-hmm.
example, was an open nerd who, when not saving New York City from impending disaster, wrestled with unrequited love,
Mhm.
schoolyard bullying, and negative cash flow. The X-Men, meanwhile, were superpowered mutants intent on doing good but first to maintain an uneasy peace with human beings who revealed the uncanny crime fighters as a dangerous subspecies. At the height of the civil rights movement, we have to introduce a wave of black characters, including Luke Cage, aka Power Man,
Mhm.
Falcon, and Black Panther, thereby, thereby smashing an unofficial color barrier from major superheroes held in place
Mhm.
since the dawn of comics. Not to have diversity of different races and nationalities is ridiculous, they told EW in June 2015.
Mhm.
Because the world is diverse, the more we can include everybody, the better it is. By the later 90s, Marvel was selling 50 million comic books a year. In 1972, they became the company's president and publisher.
Mhm.
Whatever it took to sell a comic book, I came up with Stanley has never been editorial minded. It wasn't possible for a man like Stanley to come up with new things. In a video to fans in March, reappears Sanguine. I want you to all I want you all to know I'm thinking of you, he
Wow.
said. I want you to know what I still love you all. And I think that Marvel and Spidey and I had the best group of fans that any group in the world ever had. And I'm sure I appreciate it.
Mhm. Right. Any questions about the vocabularies?
Yeah, there are lots of vocabularies that I don't know of the meaning.
Mhm.
Honcho,
Yeah,
honcho,
poncho. Yeah, it's a
yeah,
person in
honcho,
charge of something.
person
Yeah, it's
in
not
charge.
commonly used,
Yeah.
right?
Then what about the pseudonym? Pseudonym?
Pseudonym.
Pseudonym. Is that common word or
Yes, it's a common word.
pseudonym?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yes. Actually, most writers have pseudonyms.
Oh, really? I
Yes.
didn't know that.
Right. Especially
Mm,
if they don't want to reveal
pseudonym.
their true name.
Mm, okay, I
Right.
understand.
Okay. Next one.
Unrequited, unrequited,
Unrequited.
unrequited. A feeling
Right.
not
Yes.
returned or rewarded. Unrequited.
All right. Yes.
Okay, then
Right.
sanguine,
A
sanguine.
sanguine.
Yeah, optimistic in difficult situation.
Yes. It's
Ah,
not a common expression as well.
yes,
Yes.
right.
Right. Okay. Moving on. When did
Yeah.
Stan Lee adopt his pseudonym?
Um, he adopted his name when he worked at the company Timely Comics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. And what did Lee's heroes tend to be?
These heroes tend to be misfits and wisecrackers.
Right. Yes.
Mm.
Okay. And what did he do at the height of the civil rights movement?
Mm, his height. Mm, at the height of the civil rights movement, we have to introduce a wave of black characters, including Luke
Right.
Cage, Falcon, and Black Panther.
Right. Black Panther. You're correct.
Yeah.
Yes. Are you a fan of comics?
Yeah, actually, I'm a fan of comics, and then I also big fan of Marvels.
Oh,
So
I
actually, I
see.
didn't I didn't read many of Marvel comics, but I watched
Mm.
all of the Marvel comics movies.
Wow, all.
All, I think all.
Oh, I see. So, what do you think about the diversity of characters in a comic book?
Especially for Marvels, there are lots of characters, and then they also very
Mm-hmm.
diverse aspect of the. Sometimes we don't know the character is a good guy or bad guy because
Right.
it has many personalities in one character.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah,
Yes. Okay. So most characters have diverse, yes,
yeah.
personalities as well. Right. So, do you agree with the diversion or not?
Mm, Diversion.
Do you agree with the diversion of the characters? Is it a
Yeah.
good thing?
Yes, right. I think yeah, it makes the comics more exciting.
Right, and interesting.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Are comics well liked in your country?
Yes, right. Actually, nowadays many people like to watch, like to read the webtoon.
Ah,
It's
right,
a
I heard about
yeah,
it.
yeah. It's a different type of comics. It's published on the internet and then
Mm-hmm.
online.
I see. Oh, okay. Yes, webtoon is very common these days among Koreans.
Yes, right.
Right. Okay. Yes, any story in webtoon is famous?
Actually, I've never read the webtoon, but I also watch some movies based on the webtoon stories. Yeah,
Oh,
recently,
I see.
the big hit. The movie was a big hit in Korea. The
Mm-hmm.
name is With God, with God,
Ah, along with the
uh,
gods.
along with God. Actually, the
Mhm.
movie based on the webtoon.
Mhm. I heard.
Yeah,
Right. Yes. I
yeah.
watched that actually.
Oh, really? In the
Yes.
Philippines?
Yes.
Ah, I didn't know that the movie was released in the Philippines.
It was. It was released in the
Ah,
Philippines. Yeah, that's why I was able to watch it. Yes.
okay, very good.
Okay. Yes. Oh, well then, do you have
Yeah.
any questions about your article?
No
Oh,
questions.
this is his face. He's really old. Right, that's why.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
She's really old, and then she created lots of characters in Marvel.
Right. Amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing
yeah.
mind.
I think she's a genius and then billionaire.
Right.
Yeah, she got
Yes.
lots of
Even me.
money.
Right. I cannot imagine where those characters are from. Right?
Sure, sure.
Yes.
Okay, time is
Okay.
already up. So,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah. Thank you so much, Devon, for today's
yeah.
class. Have a good rest.
Okay, bye bye. Thank you.
Bye.